Good morning from Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, and happy birthday, Magic Kingdom and Disney. I am Lou Mangello. I am so thrilled to be here. More importantly, I'm so excited that you are going to spend and share some of your day with me, with us, wandering Magic Kingdom. We're going to walk, we're going to play, we're going to ride, we're going to eat. I'll maybe share some trivia and stories along the way, ask you to share some of your memories as well. We're going to be live now for a little bit of a while, and then we'll come back again at 2 o'clock this afternoon with a very special guest, Ron Schneider, the original Dream Finder from Journey into Imagination. Really looking forward to that. But in the meantime, it is an absolutely picture-perfect day right here in the middle of Main Street, USA. It's even better because you're here. And speaking of being here with friends, look who I ran into. All the cool kids. Beatrice Dennis, Amanda Bonner from Disney Travel for All, Lisa Donato Glassner from the Castle Run and CoreMemoryCandles.com, and my friend Carlos Eduardo Silva from Punta Orlando and Punta Miami.
Buddy, how are you?
Good, man. It's so good to see you.
Good to see you. We're live.
We're crossing the streams. I know, man. It's all good. It is a...
Safety of everyone. Face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing, and maintain physical distancing.
It is a picture-perfect day, and although Halloween is going to be very different this year, we're going to see throughout the day that the Halloween spirit is still here, starting off with the Cadaver Dance. It's too bad they left. I was just about to join them in song. I was going to hop aboard and be the fifth Cadaver Dan, but as fate would have it, we just missed their last set. So my thought this morning was that we would walk and wander, explore a little bit of Magic Kingdom. Rumor has it they also have some food here, maybe a little breakfast waffle, maybe in our future.
And to make it clear, you're not doing a 49-hour show, right?
No.
That's clear right now, right?
Nor will I do let me just get this on the record right now. I will not be doing a 50-hour show next year for the 50th either. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but we'll figure something out. So, in terms of holidays in Walt Disney World, right? We obviously are going to miss the Halloween, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. We're going to miss all the Christmas parties. But when they were here and sort of in full swing, what did you like more? The Halloween party or the Christmas party, and why?
I mean, usually it's whatever's happening. I'm here and I'm like, oh yeah, no, this one's my favorite. I mean, I think Christmas probably ekes out just because in a normal year when you've got the dream lights and everything, it's just such a magical time to be here. Plus the weather's great at that time of year. But I'll miss them both this year.
I love them both. Christmas for me is my favorite holiday, and when it started snowing on Main Street, I did start crying. So that wins for me.
So I'm one of those crazy ones that come here every year on Christmas Day.
Wow.
Just because I like to people watch, and I don't get on any ride or anything, but I love the parties so much. Only because they both said Christmas, I'm going to be the oddball and say Halloween. You know, that's what we do.
Who has the better parade? What's the better parade? Boo to You or the Christmas parade?
So music-wise, who do you? But performer-wise, like Christmas just because the toy soldiers.
I know.
But I love the grave diggers though too.
I know.
Yeah, that's tough for me.
But the toy soldiers make me cry every single time.
Amazing.
And they are bringing them out supposedly for
Yeah.
like the little cavalcade.
And I do like the little car, like I like Penelope and her little car, as she's sort of like,
She smells good
around.
too.
Don't make it weird. Don't make it weird. Carlos Eduardo Silva.
How are you, my buddy?
Good, man.
Everything okay?
Good. Good, good. So what holiday at Walt Disney World before this year did you like better, Christmas or Halloween?
I'm crazy about Christmas. I'm really crazy about Christmas. Christmas is the weather, everything. I love Christmas here, but Halloween is also good, but Christmas is my favorite.
What about you? What's your, or was, for now, what was, or, you know, if you could be here to celebrate Christmas or Halloween, what would it be? Although this year you can dress up for Halloween, and we're already seeing, like, I've seen some guests already, you know, in costume. It's funny. It used to be you can't cover your face. Now you can cover your face, but just with a mask. So, and look, timing being everything, a few of my lady friends have come out to say hello to you as well. I miss you.
You can't be way over there though, baby. I'm right here.
There's Jasmine too.
I'm pretty sure she blew that kiss to me. I know it wasn't, but I'm gonna just, you know, for my own sake. Hi. If you could have breakfast in Magic Kingdom with one princess, just you and one princess, who would it be?
Look at the camera. Kate, you look at my cell phone.
So again, although things are slightly different here in the parks, one of the things I like are these unannounced, unscheduled cavalcades and characters that come out from a distance, but you still do get to spend a little bit of time with them. What do you guys think? You want to take a little walk right down the middle of Main Street?
Yes, do you want me to sing?
I do want you to sing, actually, because I won't.
And skip.
Main Street for me has always been one of my favorite lands, even though there's no necessarily attraction. I think because it has some of the best story attached to it in terms of this real town that you're able to sort of measure its progression and growth by the facades of the buildings, the interiors of the buildings, even some of the signs that you see. And while it was inspired by Marceline, Missouri, I think a lot of people sometimes get confused that this is not really as much inspired by Marceline as Disneyland was. If you look at the colors, some of the lattice work, some of the architecture, it was actually more inspired by a New England seaside village. And then as you continue to progress through time, you actually see influences up and down the eastern seaboard and even the Gulf Coast. So you see sort of element of New Orleans in the wrought iron, for example, here at Uptown Jewelers. So, and just like in the 1800s, turn of the century, the line for Starbucks is one of the longest ones in town. So, every time I see the House of Magic, and I love the fact that I think maybe a year or two ago, they actually put the House of Magic lettering and signage back on the Hall of Champions building. That always, for me, as long as we're thinking about the birthday and anniversary, we think back to our own personal memories. Still to this day, every time I walk by, I remember going in there with my dad, and that shop always had such a unique feel as well as unique items in there, and I was always allowed to pick out something that I would be able to take home as a souvenir. I was always fascinated by magic, and there were masks and things like that, and I still have a couple items that my mom found in storage that she gave me a few months ago that I got at the House of Magic. Here's a trivia question for you. All right, here's your first trivia question of the day. So we just passed the House of Magic, which you've heard me say ad nauseum. That's where I used to go, and my dad would let me get some on the way out. Where else in Walt Disney World was there a House of Magic? If you get it right, I'll buy you a hazelnut spread berry waffle Nutella thing.
In Frontierland?
It was not in Frontierland. Where was it?
MGM?
Where?
Oh.
Because now you're just guessing parks. Now you're just doing
No,
by
that's what makes sense. I'd say, I don't know, Sunset Boulevard.
So it was actually on the streets of America. There was a facade on New York Street that had a painted window that said House of Magic in that same font. But you can still have a waffle anyway.
Face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose when coughing and sneezing.
I had to walk by this way because I think we have to acknowledge and thank Walt. Because without him, obviously none of us would be here. Certainly not me. I've always said, and I still believe that, other than my dad, one of the people that I've always looked up to and admired and been inspired by has been Walt. And say what you like, I dig the castle color. I think that there is something regal about it. I think that it matches the brickwork and the castle keep walls of Fantasyland. We'll see as we go through. I lost everybody already. Well, it's okay. That's more waffle for me. Give me a heart if you like the castle colors. Give me a sad face if you don't like the castle color. You guys just stopped walking.
Oh, we thought you were doing a close-up loop.
Oh no, I was walking towards the waffles. I don't just walk around aimlessly like this. Obviously, I'm going somewhere.
All right, let's go.
Unless you prefer Gaston's Tavern.
Yes.
What do you think? You can vote too. Do we go Gaston's Tavern or Sleepy Hollow Refreshments? But you have to do it quickly because I need to start walking. I'm leaning towards one over the other. But what's your vote? Amanda Bonner, Disney Travel for All?
I love Sleepy Hollow.
You're leaning towards me.
We can all tell that too.
If you had a choice between Sleepy Hollow and Gaston's Tavern.
Sleepy Hollow for sure.
Oh.
Because he'll probably hit Gaston's Tavern when we get there anyway.
Interestingly enough, I was going to say Gaston's Tavern, but that's okay.
Are you?
I was. But let's go to Sleepy Hollow. Let's go to Sleepy Hollow and then we'll go to Gaston's Tavern.
Shocked. Yeah, I guess we could have stopped there.
So a few shows ago, we talked about the music of Magic Kingdom, and this is one of the more recent additions to the background loop, which I love. Although I still believe that the best part of Up is the first 15 minutes.
There you go. Beautiful.
Because it's kind of like crabby inside.
So I just came in here to look because years ago, this book actually used to be open. The book actually used to be open, and you were able to read the names of some of the people who had registered as they were making their way over. What bridge is this? Has anybody listened to an audio tour ever? Did you just say the America Bridge? This is meant to represent the Concord Bridge in New Hampshire. And what's different about this bridge now than when Walt Disney World first opened?
It's more reinforced.
It has no slip things.
Nope. So the bridge actually used to have an arch. There used to be an arch over the bridge. Yep.
That way you never forget what year it is.
Got a heck of a line over here.
What? Oh, do you know why? Because I bet you they have sippers.
How are you today?
Huh?
How are you today?
Weird.
Yeah, it is. But you
I
look
think
so
you're right. The
good.
Jack Skellington sippers are here.
Oh no, I meant the Leota sipper. Isn't the Leota sipper here?
We're gonna find out. Maybe.
Wow. I mean, we can wait. Yeah,
We could go to Gaston.
we can go to Gaston. We can come back here again too
Yep.
for lunch.
Yep.
For like a pre-lunch.
Yeah, 'cause the French
We'll do a
are nice.
pre-lunch appetizer here. Don't hate Amanda Bonner.
I'm
Like,
not hating you. Are you kidding? I just enjoy laughing with you.
you were going to not only get your steps in today, but you're going to get your carbs in today too.
I have no doubt. Is there
So,
a
go ahead.
Halloween item at Gaston's?
I don't know.
We're gonna find out.
I don't know if there's a list of all the Halloween items that we can just sort of check
So
off.
the pumpkin spice waffle sundae is at Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, we'll have to get one of those too. So Carlos mentioned the Plaza Swan boats. Did anybody ever ride those?
I did not.
Did you ever ride the Plaza Swan boats
Yes,
when they were here?
I missed so much because my first trip wasn't until 2000.
Oh yeah, you're a
I
kid.
know. I look back at all that I missed and it makes
So for all the people that have complained about the color of Cinderella Castle, again, this has been the color of this building really since day one, and that's what that color is sort of meant to emulate. And give it one good Florida summer, and that color is going to very, very closely resemble that color. So it really does actually blend a lot more into all of Fantasyland. Cinderella's Royal Table, a never do or a must do?
I do it for a special occasion.
Which for you is like weekly.
Every year on my birthday. Yeah, there's always something to celebrate.
I love that, yes.
It's meant for, I don't have to bend down very far in order to get the full effect.
She's in the kingdom that she's meant, if you're looking at her as a little girl, you're meant
Right.
to see her with her crown on.
Right, so you see it?
Yeah.
Right.
And then if you stand up, you see her without it.
Do you know what the official name of this fountain is?
Cinderella fountain.
No. Do you know what the official name of the fountain is? No.
Are you calling that Plaza?
calling this black.
Oh, it's Cinderella.
Now pronounce it in French. Yeah, better you guys try it than me.
So is that the official name? Just
It is.
spelled out in French?
It is. We're gonna play a little trivia while we're here too.
I wish I had known to study.
If you would have listened to your audio tours, you'd be able to get all these right. Come here, girls, ladies. So, two things about this mural. So first things first, what was in that location before the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique? You two can play at home. What was in there before Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique? Nothing. It was called the King's Gallery, and it was like this very, they sold like medieval style like souvenirs. So there were swords and steins. Eventually they used to be able to do the, like the heritage of your name types of things. Like, but you could buy like a $4,000 suit of armor because who doesn't need one in your house?
Is that what you were discussing on the latest episode?
Of what?
Where you handled that, the princess hats from there? You were
Yes.
talking about
Yep. And this is one of the few places in anywhere in Walt Disney World, and I'll show you one other one in Magic Kingdom, where the artist was actually allowed to sign their work. So, right. So they actually allowed Dorothea Redmond to put her name on there, and Hans Scharf was the mosaicist, and they allowed him to sign it too, which normally doesn't happen anywhere else. There is one other mosaic in Walt Disney World where the artist, quote unquote, technically signed by leaving his or her own sort of special imprint. Where is it?
The land.
Yes!
The land. The white birthstone and
It's a green, it's an emerald green, which represented his wife's birthstone. That's it. There you go. Look at all this useless information that you're getting today for free. All right, let's go eat. Enough of this nonsense. What two Disney shorts are represented in Sir Mickey's? This is easy.
Steamboat Willie?
Oy.
No idea.
You should. It's simple. First of all, you should see it right out here.
Oh, the Jack and the Beanstalk?
Right. So it's Mickey and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
Right. And what's the other one? You should be able to put it together right from here.
Oh, the Tailor? The Tailor one?
Brave little Tailor.
Little Tailor.
You've never even looked in these windows, have you?
I haven't.
Look, he's out giant hunting. That's comedy gold right there.
One way to find out what Rex is really up to. You've got to go to this point and see for yourself.
What's the name of the giant? Beatrice is going to know.
sir.
What's the name of the giant?
Oh, no.
I just want you guys to know something. Audio tours are still on sale for just $10 at the All right, for those of you watching at home, what is the name of the giant that you can find inside the store and from Mickey and the Beanstalk? Hey! Call me. Call me. You are the fairest one of all. Fairest one of all. I mean, you are the fairest of them all. Love you. I can't do the heart thing. I only have one hand free. Hi.
I was just listening to your latest podcast on the way here from Gainesville.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
What's your name?
Allison, what do you need?
Nice.
Hi.
You come down just for the first?
Yeah, for the anniversary, but my parents are here somewhere. So I'm trying to find them.
You're like a lost child. You're looking for your parents.
My parents down Main Street, but yeah, it's so good to finally meet you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you listening. And I love your mask, by the way. That's awesome. Cool. Thank you. Have a good day. Do you remember what used to be here?
No, but I can't wait to find out.
You know what? Why do I hang out with you people? Do you remember what used to be here? It was a Seven Dwarfs mine shop. And it actually looked like the entrance to the mine, and there was all jewels and stuff like encrusted in the ceiling. Oh, remember pot roast mac and cheese? I did.
Do you remember what ride used to be over there that my Pooh Bear took over?
Here?
They might let you see the submarine. You look official today. The Nautilus.
So wait, so do you guys remember, what's different about these windows?
Yes, they used to have.
You've heard me tell you. I tell this story every time.
They used to have unwashed dishes
Right, and why did they get rid of them?
because they said it didn't look appropriate because it wasn't tidy enough.
Yeah, so the idea was that it was the dwarf's cottage and they had left their mess upstairs. So most guests didn't see, but when you did, you're like, oh, I get it. But the operations was like, look, you can't have a dining establishment and have what looks to be dirty dishes up top because guests won't necessarily make the connection. And so there you go. I don't get out much. I really don't. Which way you want to go, left or right? Oh, Beatrice wants to go this way so we can walk by Pooh.
I do.
What is your favorite attraction?
Don't let us see the Nautilus.
Oh, we're not going to ask. We're just going to go.
Okay.
I'm a child at heart.
Okay. I love it. I've been wanting to do that on my own.
And I meet the height.
It was an excuse.
I clearly meet the height requirement, so. Oh, there's so many people. Oh, it's closed off. Yeah, it's closed off too.
Oh yeah, I knew the road was in front of it.
Oh, yeah. So this tree used to be here when this was Pooh's playful spot, when it was that sort of weird playground area. Did you ever ride 20,000? Well, nobody ever rode 20. You rode 20,000 Leagues. Did you? I love 20,000 Leagues. I did. I totally believed we went underwater. I have to put on my glasses so I can read your comments. Forgive me, I'm not ignoring you, I promise. If you could bring back one extinct attraction in Magic Kingdom only, what would it be? If you could bring back one extinct attraction in Magic Kingdom, what would it be? Those are all wonderful answers, but they're wrong. It's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. What was the name of Snow? You just tell me when you guys are getting bored of this. This is called filler. What was the name of Snow White's Scary Adventures when it first opened? You know, audio tours, I'm just saying. $10. They're just $10, that's all. Oh, that popcorn smells good.
Popcorn bucket here.
I still need to try and get a Madame Leota sipper, which I know is sort of the hot ticket right now, but... So what was the original name of Snow White's Scary Adventures?
It's hard to do the Google when I'm walking. See, we're making you look smart.
Martin, Jeremy, I love the fact that you guys are watching from across the pond. I appreciate all of you being here.
What was it called?
It was called Snow White's Adventures, and they changed it not long after the park opened because kids were coming out terrified because of the Queen, so they changed it. Hello, Darlene Nagley, formerly of West Seneca, New York, now of not West Seneca, New York. I love your... Are we hugging? Okay. I don't want to be rude and not hug, but I don't want to be weird and like try and hug. It's very awkward. It's very awkward. How you doing? Good. So we're going to celebrate right now with a cinnamon roll if you'd like one. So who is H. Goff Cartography? Oh, come on. You don't pay attention. Carlos Eduardo Silva is going to know. Who is H. Goff of H. Goff Cartography?
I heard that once, I forgot.
Come on. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Who is H. Goff? H. Goff? Harper Goff was an Imagineer and a painter and an artist, and he did all of, like, the model work and the set work and design the Nautilus for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which used to sit right there.
Was your name Goff and saving Mr. Banks somewhere?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not completely off.
Yo. How you doing, man?
I don't know the answer.
Okay.
What's the longest queue in Magic Kingdom?
So longest queue by time or longest queue by distance?
Distance.
Probably for planning purposes, I would think 7 actually.
I was just thinking as we went by Under the Sea because I love that queue and it's nice and long. And
You know, with all the switchbacks, it's really hard to tell. I'm going to pretend that's not a line for Gaston's Tavern. How you doing?
Yeah.
Good.
Are you live?
I am.
Okay, I'm just saying.
No, it's okay. Good seeing you. I mean, we're here. We got to do it. We're going to have to bite the bullet.
Actually, we're gonna have to get it.
Right. We're going to have to.
You can teach us stuff all great.
No, because clearly you're bored by it. I know. What is your favorite attraction in Magic Kingdom? So before you answer, so are you happy or excited about, are you happy or are you sad about Princess and the Frog retheming?
See what they do. I love Princess and the Frog, and I'll always have the soundtrack. I love this song, and it's time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they could do some really neat things with Princess and the Frog, and I love the music and I love the setting of that film, so.
You asking my favorite attraction or how I feel about Splash Mountain?
Both.
I'm excited about Splash Mountain. I think it needs a refresh, and I'm super excited to see what they do with it. Plus, they'll probably sell beignets outside.
I think that's all people care about. It's like, oh, this is our opportunity to get beignets in Magic Kingdom. Carlos Eduardo Silva, which is a mouthful every time I have to say it, by the way. What is your favorite attraction in Magic Kingdom?
The Haunted Mansion.
Nice. And what do you think about the Splash Mountain retheming towards Princess and the Frog?
I'm anxious. I'm really anxious to see what's going to happen. It's not my favorite attraction. I don't like to get wet, but I'm waiting for that.
Darlene Nagy, formerly of West Seneca, New York, what is your favorite attraction in Magic Kingdom?
It is a small one.
Wow.
And because my mother brought me here back in 1980, and I got the chance to come to Magic Kingdom for my very first time with her. My father sent us down so we could go to the park.
Wow. And we were just talking, what do you think about the refreshing of Splash Mountain and retheming it to Princess and the Frog?
Okay, so I've always
Whenever somebody starts off with okay, you know it's coming.
I am fine with the refurb. It's been that I want them to at least do some of the original in there, which I know they will. And I'm fine with the transition because it probably could be a refurb. And they've been planning this for a while.
Yeah.
So, like they just came up with it and drop of a hat.
So this is the current line for Gaston's Tavern. The cinnamon roll is worth it. So as you can see, still not everything is fully opened in the parks. Not every dining location, not every gift shop is open, including the Village Gifts. And you can see still crowds are not very high at this point. And I know it's a Thursday, but normally even for an anniversary, you would have larger crowds than this. I think this is one of the best themed areas in all of Magic Kingdom, from the rock work to the forced perspective of the castle and the waterfalls to even just the simple flowing stream below the bridge. You see Be Our Guest is also not open as yet. So I love standing here because I love the sounds of not just the rushing water in the distance, but I love the sounds of nature that you hear here. Specifically in this area, you hear the birds chirping, you hear frogs, you hear other little forest creatures, which actually change from daytime to night. So the sounds will actually be a little bit different. Good morning.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good. Angel and Sheila from Levittown,
Good to see
Pennsylvania.
you guys.
Nice to see you.
You having a good day?
We're having a wonderful day. We heard you were here, so I actually had your
Oh.
live cast on.
You want to say hi?
Yes, I would love to.
Angel and Sheila.
Hi.
And you're from where?
We're from Levittown, Pennsylvania. Hi, Jessica. She's watching live.
Nice.
It's a beautiful day in Disney.
It
Wonderful
is,
weather,
right?
Low crowds. Lots
It
of
is.
safety measures. Hand sanitizer everywhere.
So this is your first time being here since everything reopened?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're DVC members. We came 4 times last year, and this is our first time this year.
Good. Yeah, you know, I continue to say it, like I feel safer here than I do going to
If you
Publix.
can go to a grocery store and Target, you can come here.
You're right.
Disney needs us to come back. They need
I
the
agree.
money.
I agree. And
Lucky
it's,
workers.
yeah, it is. It's nice to be back. And look, taking advantage of the low crowds is not the worst thing in the world either.
Never
So, you know, the longest line I'm waiting for is for a cinnamon roll. So,
It's worth it.
I know. Good. Well, it's really nice meeting you guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate it. I'd shake your hand, but I know we're not supposed to do that. I know.
Just wave. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Such nice people. Such nice people in this community, in this family of ours. I was really hoping they'd be closer to the cinnamon roll by now. I was really hoping there'd be a cinnamon roll in somebody's hands by now, but so I asked last night during the live show. I do a live show every Wednesday night. Yeah, I did my top 5 dining experiences in Magic Kingdom, where I took into consideration not just what was on the menu, but the decor, the theming, accessibility of the food items. What do you think are some of the best overall dining experiences in Magic Kingdom? Any ladies' choice?
I love Skipper Canteen.
That was number 1.
And to me, I did not see your top 5. I apologize. I was in and out last night, so I missed your top 5.
Skipper Canteen. What else is on the list? I did not put Sleepy Hollow.
I think Columbia Harbor House has good, really good food.
I could be our guest love.
Be Our Guest was also on there. Sorry. Best dining experience in Magic Kingdom. Oh, I haven't been to Cinderella's in, it's probably been decades since I've eaten at Cinderella's. Yeah, it's been that long. I think I also had the Plaza Inn, was I think number 2 or number 3. I had Pecos Bills, Plaza Inn, Pecos Bills, Skipper Canteen, Crystal Palace. That's it. Crystal Palace. Yep. I know. It'll be interesting to see what things are going to be like if and when buffet-style restaurants open up again. I think we're going to see what we've seen like at Beer Garden, where it's not going to be buffet, but it's going to be. It'll be brought to you family style at your table. I'm gonna miss buffets. Like this is a body built on multiple trips to the buffet.
So if you go solo and you get family style, then you just get more for yourself.
That's true. All right, so how many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I know, if there's 7, I mean, I have to, if there's 7 of us, is that 3? 7? 23 or 84? I'm getting cinnamon rolls for everybody. Like, I'm getting us enough to share. Is that good? Yeah? Maybe I should get 4. Maybe 3's not enough. Hi, can I have 4 cinnamon rolls, please? And just 1 fork. No, I'm kidding. 1 cinnamon roll and a lot of forks. And no AP discount, correct?
No, sir, I'm sorry.
Oh, wait. So, thank you. Have you ever noticed Iger Bach for Bob Iger? Oh my God, who ordered all these cinnamon rolls? All right, we're definitely gonna need some more hands. I got us 4 to share, so I hope you guys are hungry. This is going to be the tricky part. How you doing? All right. There's not. I know this. Seating is slim pickings today.
It's very slim.
Happy anniversary.
Yes, thank you. We came down from Grand Rapids.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'd emailed you about that.
I'm like a million emails, but oh, hey man, you know, the mask thing is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Let's see. How long are you guys here for?
Today. We came down yesterday afternoon. We're flying back tonight.
Oh wow. Because I'm sure flights are
$36.
How much?
36.
Oh my God. It's cheaper than going to the movies.
Yeah.
Let's see. Seating is at a premium. If we can find seats, you're welcome to come and join us for some cinnamon roll.
Let him come. It'll be all right.
Let's see. This COVID thing is really cramping my style, man. I know.
You want to try benches that are just over the right?
Are they there?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, we can try that. Good idea. This is like I'm dangling a carrot in front of myself. But you know what's nice? So the sun will warm up like the caramel drizzle a little bit too. Hey, how are you? We're going to have cinnamon rolls. Come. So hungry. Have you ever had one of these? Have you ever had a cinnamon roll from Gaston's Tavern? Let's see. They might not even let us sit. I'm not sure we're allowed to sit there. I think we're going to have to... Well, we can sit here in the shade. How about that?
Okay, that's fine.
There we go.
How's it going?
Good. How you been? How bad could I be? I'm about to eat an entire cinnamon... I mean, not an entire cinnamon roll. Part of a cinnamon roll. All right. You guys are in charge of cutting and disbursement. I'm just here to get my fill. There you go.
Oh, this is it right here. Here's that. And I'm going to get Lou behind me with the trash can.
There you go. Oh, wait, no, wait. I don't want to be
This is what we do. There we go. This is how we roll.
You guys didn't get any? Nobody else got any? How's the song go? Every morning I have 12 dozen eggs. I have 4 cinnamon rolls to help me get large.
This will do it. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's so yummy. Somebody grab.
Don't you go shy, you go hungry.
Yeah. Get in there. Moms, how are you? You're so
That's true, that's true.
trying not to touch anything. Oh my, this is huge.
I just bought this thing spring, so I had another one, but it was like,
I'm not doing that yet.
Somebody said not to invite anybody else. This is just...
This is for all of you guys. Do we have enough for how many people are watching? Do we have enough for everybody?
363.
Clean your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth and nose. Coughing and sneezing.
Don't be shy. Just come grab some.
You're offering cinnamon rolls.
Here's a napkin.
let me try a little bit, because
Take a slice.
Come on.
Napkin.
There are starving children in Tomorrowland, and all of you people are standing here just watching. Listen, you know what? I'm going to lead by example then. No, I'm just going to do this. There we go.
Darlene, can we get one with me, mask?
That is the breakfast of champions.
Grand Rapids Beach.
Oh, very nice.
Not today.
Just for a day?
Our flight was at 7 today.
Oh my goodness. What an amazing
Yeah, it's nice.
celebration.
$36 a flight.
oh, okay, yeah.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Came in last night.
Even last
Yeah,
night.
I
What did you say?
We stayed at Pop Century.
Yeah.
Normally we're at Riverside, but they're closed right now. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Do you like Sunday? Whether that
We are fine.
I do, Lou.
Well, thank you very much. I'm only eating this to help out the cause, not because. I hope you're hungry because they made me get 4 cinnamon rolls.
Well, you have a reputation.
Come on, look how good that looks. Here, just eat that one.
Yeah, right.
Like that.
I don't want to be on.
Thank you. Chris, my wife Jean.
Hello.
I guess I will have one more bite. Hi everybody, this is what happens when Lou isn't watching his camera, right? Thank you all for being here. Sharing our cinnamon rolls with you all.
I went to the side.
Oh, did you? They're laughing at me. I love it.
Yes.
Hi. Is this Carter? Yeah, where are you? We're looking for you. We're in Fantasyland. Yeah, just so you know, your mom and dad are here working. We're not having any fun at all. It's a business trip for them. I have a feeling that there's a Halloween face coming.
I did run a 5K this morning, so I'm making up. Hope you all are having a magical day. I just cannot believe I'm here.
Do you not really believe that you're here, or are you just messing with the state when you do that? Oh, there's no. Oh, he doesn't pull tracks in here. No. Yeah, wait. We'll do selfies. We'll send you pictures. I promise you, it's not going to be. It is not going to be a Photoshop castle in the background. All right. Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Hey, Carter.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's not like I haven't done this before.
He's on the ride.
Listen, if I'm getting big and fat during all this, so are you guys too. This little piece is for me, and the rest, these other 2 are for you.
Yeah.
Just eat that one.
You're the one who got the 4th. I said you're the one who got the 4th.
Well, because it's the Italian in me. You never get too little.
I know.
You're Jewish, you know that too. You don't make, right.
Same feeling.
If 4 people are coming over, you make for 8, because just in case.
And then I send everybody home with it.
Which is good for me. I got leftovers for days.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I like it. Like getting it.
Tis the season, I'll be making my fuduggies again too. So.
I don't believe you. Are they as good as I want them to be?
Well, you had them.
I know, but I'm just trying to get you to make more.
You're so funny.
We make together.
Make them together. I know Deanna wants. She wants to learn.
That's a good breakfast right there.
Water would have been good.
I thought you found water.
I was gonna get the water, and then I started picking up the cinnamon buns, and like. Is he open now?
Yes.
Oh, whatever, got some.
Just take that whole piece. Here.
They're faced this way.
Here, just take the whole thing. There you go. We got 2 more after this, so. No, don't throw away the knife. That knife is gold.
Oh my god! I would have grabbed more silverware had I known.
Come on. If you're here in Magic Kingdom, come by Fantasyland because obviously there's a lot of cinnamon roll left.
I don't like them.
No, what?
I don't like them.
I know.
Are you okay?
Hi, I just want to
Oh my gosh.
She's spoiled that I'm not very.
Sorry. I don't want to hurt my back.
So much. I can't eat all these. I mean, there's still 2 more cinnamon rolls left. I was afraid of getting too little, and now I've got too much. And I'm going to spoil my breakfast if I keep eating this.
We got rid of those on a normal park day.
How long is the line and
Long.
They're good.
Which I was tasked to bring one home for my family, but I'm sure it's not going to happen today.
we'll just have to keep it out. It's not like we don't live 19 hours away from here. This is like 22 minutes. Definitely different than a 2-hour flight.
If I could treat you to lunch anywhere in Magic Kingdom, where would we go for? I'm still eating breakfast. Where would we go for lunch? Oh, you're the best. Thank you. Well, what time is it, by the way?
The first ones I ate. Oh, I love that overseas. That was it. My very first one was I didn't want to. Then the next one was mine.
Thank you so much.
They're very welcome.
Well, now Carter says he hates us all.
I know.
Darlene, these have your name written all over it. I will give you a $100 Disney gift card if you can shove an entire cinnamon roll in your mouth. It's like the cinnamon roll challenge.
You get all over the beard.
I already had 2 slices.
I had so much already. So look, you already see, those are guests actually in costume. They're really encouraging guests, children and adults, to come to Magic Kingdom anytime in costume. Here I was like, oh, maybe, and then I'm going like, thank God, maybe 4 is not enough. Maybe I should get more than 4.
I don't know if you recognize Carter from the videos at all.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it's so hard, like with the little pictures on the screen.
Well, like you talk to a variety of people, so it's probably hard to remember too.
Someone that I know is a dogs, I put them in a creek before someone gets to my house. So,
For the health and safety of everyone, face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times, except for active.
All right, I think are we done with our cinnamon rolls? Have we done as much damage to the cinnamon rolls as possible? It's a sit. Put them in your back. Put them in your camera bag.
Yeah, shove them in there. You have like a baggie?
I don't.
If I was really a good Jewish
Your
mom, I would have a baggie.
pocket is ringing.
I know, Tupperware, I didn't think.
Beatrice, do me a favor. Shove those cinnamon rolls in your backpack, and we'll have them tonight with a cup of coffee.
Right. There's a lot left over.
I know. I was so
Weren't
worried.
you hungry?
I was worried that I wasn't getting enough for everybody, so I was like, oh, maybe not 2. I need 3. I need 4, but.
We just came to see you and our friends in there.
And some cinnamon rolls.
We came
All
to
right.
see you and our friends in there and celebrate.
Well, I hate to waste them, but certainly in 2020 you can't give away food to anybody, so we will start making our way. Nobody else?
Get a quick picture and then we'll be
Of course,
on
man.
the way.
Do you want me to take it of you?
Oh, sure.
Are
Don't
you
mind.
okay with that? I don't want to touch your phone.
Oh,
if
I'm
you're
not
not
a-
It's scary to ask these
No.
things. Like, I'm going to help,
Yeah.
but
Do you want me in it, or
Or I'll go down. You go up.
photos
Yep.
here.
Sorry. Yep. No, you're fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the sun is on that side, so
All
I'm
right.
going to get everything
Okay.
to see your
All right.
faces.
Good.
We're on masks.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Have to see
Your
that.
masked faces, like Zora.
Thank you.
Hey, man, it's good seeing you.
Good to see you.
Sorry to get to
Take
spend
care.
more time.
No,
Well,
no.
you're only here for a few hours
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. So, no, appreciate
awesome.
the cinnamon roll.
But, no, and thank you very much for everything that you do. I
Yeah,
appreciate
no,
it.
no, you know, I'm sorry about you.
Thank you. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of good that came from it.
Yeah,
So
no, absolutely.
it's
What this
amazing.
has done,
Yeah.
everything. So.
Good.
Cool.
Well,
Take
thank you
care.
guys. I'll
Yep.
see you. Take care. Have fun.
Thank you.
All right, let's continue. Let's make our way. Last call for the cinnamon rolls. Going once. Going twice. I know. All right.
If I would have known they were that big, I would have told you to get two.
I know.
Really big.
It's not the size. Never mind. All right, so do we go left to Tomorrowland, or I think we go right? I think we go right. Yeah. Make sure. I feel like a parent, like making sure he has all of his children. Come on, kids. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'm gonna count. I need to count how many I've got.
Tell us about the red
What?
in the streets.
What attractions were once housed in the Mickey's PhilharMagic building?
Ooh, the Lion King puppet thing.
What was it called?
No, it was puppets. And then there was something Mickey Mouse Review.
Mickey Mouse Review, Legend of the Lion King,
Yes.
Magic Journeys was in there. The Epcot show, the Epcot show Magic Journeys was in there for a little while too.
Swan boats, the swan boats. Oh,
Did you ever ride the swan boats?
I did. Back in the day. I saw them. What is going on here? That's very
Wow.
cute. Are they really? Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Small World's packing it in.
Yeah. Look at that line.
All right, so come here for more useless trivia.
I know them.
You know, oh, forget it then. If you guys know it already,
It's a fire hydrant.
whatever. Spoiler alert.
I knew the answer. I don't know the question.
Okay, so wait. Shh. Talk too much. God.
I get excited.
Okay.
Let's play it like Jeopardy. So give us the answer.
Okay. So Richard LaPierre is the fire marshal of the Reedy Creek Fire. So that name has actually changed a number of times over the years. But why is his name there on the Lost Boys Fire Brigade barrel? And why is this barrel here? Do not look to that one for any sort of incorrect answers. It's the Lost Boys Fire Brigade, but why here? Like, why is this here?
Peter Pan.
Because why?
It's Peter Pan.
Right, but what's the purpose of the barrel? So wait, so here. So maybe because a barrel is not always necessarily a barrel. It's hollow because the barrel is actually camouflaging a fire hydrant that's underneath.
Is there really?
Fire chief, fire brigade, fire hydrant.
I never knew that. That is cool. Oh, how cool. Oh, I'm going to play this.
There you go. So what used to be here? What used to be in this location? At one point, it was where the Fast Pass kiosks were. But what was originally here? You can almost the pirate ship on top is a little bit of a hint.
Peter Pan gift shop.
Close, close. It was Hook's Tavern, and they sold. It was sponsored by Welch's, and they sold like fruits and little fruit drinks that came like in plastic containers that looked like fruit. So it's still one of my holy grails of Disney collectibles is to find like the orange and the grape that had the juice in it. What's that? Why is that there? Nope. But why? Like what's that there for? Let's see if Wise Guy can figure it out. All right, Wise Guy. You're the smart one. What is that? Why is that there? Anybody? If you know, why is that there?
There used to be something there.
Yes, yes. There used to be something there, but
Is it a fountain?
nope, it's not a fountain. Nope. I'll give you a hint.
Dumbo.
Nope. No, but the tiniest little Dumbo, like little itty bitty Dumbo. There's one here, and there's one there, and there's one there,
Was it the Skyway?
and it's right. It's where the pylons. It's where the pylons for the Skyway were. This is why I didn't date very much, just because I just sort of... So this is where the last pylon was, and then here was the Swiss Chalet that was the home of the Skyway.
When did that close?
99.
Oh, that late.
Yeah.
I could walk around with you all day. I have to trip it.
I think so.
So for those of you who don't have the audio tours or pay attention to it, so do you know why the Columbia Harbor House sign looks like that on this side and why it's different on the other side? Well, let me get out of traffic. Who said they know?
Michaela.
Say it with confidence, Miguel. We'll believe anything.
Dave's watching.
Oh God, I want to pepper. When you're walking this way, it's themed to Liberty Square, and when you're walking the other way, it's meant themed to Fantasyland. Or did I start that?
Right, so here, you're in the old world. You're in old world Europe. And when you go through here, when you go through this portal, you're crossing the Atlantic and you're moving forward in time from the old world to the new, and you land in the Northeast at another harbor house. A harbor house is a place that you'd find like in a port. But people in the old world were not necessarily the most well educated. And so for restaurants, they would put signs outside that indicated the type of food that was served inside. And that's why there's a chicken and a fish to show that they served poultry and seafood. And then the little Columbia Harbor House sign is really more for our benefit than for theirs. And then when you go on the opposite side, the sign is very different because people in the New World were more educated and were able to read.
Ah, that makes sense.
Again, say it with confidence. And, you know, yeah.
This girlfriend around, I'm gonna sound so smart. Or I'm gonna scare her off. What do you think? No, you're not gonna scare her off.
Wow. What? Where'd all these people come from? Holy moly. What?
Hue is really different now.
They don't do any of these.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I mean, even last time I was here, it wasn't like this. I'm sorry.
So what we should do is we should stand in one and see how long they go.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Good. Good to see you.
What's happening with the Haunted Mansion line?
Popular, I guess.
Crazy. So, yay to trivia, nay to trivia.
Yay.
Okay. Since we can't ride anything, yay to trivia or nay to trivia? So, do you know, like, some of the details in the windows here? So, the one if by land, two if by sea. The two lanterns up in the window. Right? And there should still be... There's a Minuteman's rifle showing that the people that were living inside, the man that was living inside, was a Minuteman and could be ready at a minute's notice to fight. But if you go over here, there's a free cinnamon roll to anybody who could tell me what that symbol means and why it's there. First of all, who's ever seen it before?
I've seen it before walking by.
So what does it mean, and why is it here in Liberty Square? You're not going to find it in anywhere else. This is the only one you'll find in Liberty Square, period.
Sons of Liberty.
It sounds good, but no. It's something that you'd find on the outside of a building in colonial America. Guesses? Interlocking hands, does it mean anything? So, did you know that one of the greatest Americans ever, Benjamin Franklin, helped to found the first fire department? And that symbol was showing that you had fire insurance. And you would put that outside of your house or your business, and if that symbol was out there, the fire department would come and put it out because they know that they would get, and if they didn't, they would just let your house burn. Wow. So there you go. Like, I mean, it very well might be like the earliest, like, Fireman's Fund Insurance or whatever it was. I don't know what it eventually ended up becoming. That sounded like it made sense, right?
That keep you around, Lou. That makes sense. Fascinating history lesson.
Oh, if I can remember.
And you know the doll story,
No,
right? What?
Nothing.
Who knows the doll story? You know the doll story? What about you? Do you know the doll story? Why is this doll in the window?
I never saw her. I've never seen her. That meant that there was a child in there.
What do you think it means?
It meant that there was a child in there.
It's partially correct, yes. Anything else? Why would there be a doll in the window? No? No guesses? No. She didn't listen to the audio tours either. She's not going to know. It's not a baby. Let's see. I'll give Carlos. Carlos, do you know why the doll is in the window? So first things first, just so you know, you're all getting audio tours for Christmas this year, because clearly... So no guesses? No guesses? Why is the doll in the window? Do you know the story?
I don't know the story now.
So the reason why was because the child that lives inside, her father was a Minuteman who actually went off to fight in the Revolutionary War, and she put the doll in the window, letting her dad know that she was waiting for him to come home, and obviously the father never came home, and that's why the doll is still in the window. So I used to tell that story all the time, and then I told it to my daughter, and then as my daughter got older, she would tell it too, but she would start crying and put it on, and I was like, oh, so much better than I do, like, with the real tears. Last one. Why is this here? Why is this structure here? Because this structure was not here, and this covered archway was not here on Walt Disney World's opening day. When, by the way, the Hall of Presidents was an e-ticket attraction. It was so popular, it was an e-ticket attraction. Why is this here? Why is this covered walkway to the Hall of Presidents here? Was it? It didn't. And so there's the giveaway. So they used to have stanchions here the attraction was so popular that it would like the line would go all the way out to Fantasyland. So they ended up building this with all the stanchions inside, just like today. I'm hungry again, but I'm afraid to tell anybody else. So I'm only telling you. Yeah, Marcus, that was it was a slip of the tongue, the Haunted Hall of Presidents. So I accidentally called it the Haunted Hall of Presidents, and Marcus Val was like, ooh, that would be really cool, a Haunted Hall of Presidents.
Yeah, where they walk off the stage.
Have you seen the rumors about the Hall of Presidents being a Muppet Hall of Presidents?
No.
It's a rumor.
I'm telling you, the River of Pooh joke always kills. Okay, more useless trivia time. Come here. As long as I'm going to favor you with more useless trivia. So, you know, as you move from Liberty Square, right, as you start walking from Liberty Square towards Frontierland, not only are you moving forward in time, but you're moving across the country. So what does this represent right here? Notice the pavement changes. There's this little, like, wooden bridge. Right, but why, like, what specifically this right here? Yes! And do you know how, and do you want to see the mighty Mississippi? There it is. That's it. So that's here to represent the mighty Mississippi River that flows out into the rivers of America. If you're bored yet, Ray, just raise your hand. So when I was a kid, one of my favorite things to do was do the shooting arcade. There's actually, I won't bore you with it, but there's a ton of really cool details in there. Do you know that when it first opened, you actually used real 54 caliber Hawken rifles that fired like actual projectiles? So they used to have to repaint all the targets every night because the paint would chip off it.
Wow, that is
What could possibly happen wrong now? Like if you gave you...
When did they change that outlook?
So I gotta think it's late 70s somewhere. I don't really know the actual year. So, and just like in Frontier America, there was always a marching band that would come down the middle of the street in the middle of the afternoon playing Let It Go. And look, there's bears. I think that's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme song, isn't it? So that song was actually originally written in 1875 for, not really. Pecos Bill, one of my top 5 dining experiences in Walt Disney World. First of all, Pecos Bill is from where? Where did you see Pecos Bill from? Come on, Beatrice. Is from where? Yes, it's from 1947's Melody Time, which, by the way, is on Disney Plus, so go watch it. Although they have since removed Pecos Bill's cigarette. They digitally removed his cigarette from his hand. What used to be here? There's a free cinnamon roll. I'm going to have to get out of the garbage, but there's a free cinnamon roll for anybody who can tell me what used to be here. No arcade. I was on the other side. Safari Club Arcade was on the other side. This was the mile-long bar. Right, so here's where you come out of Country Bear Jamboree, and there was a bar here that had mirrors on either side. So as you look down, it gave you the impression that you were it was like this infinite bar. And there was also a head, so on the opposite side of this wall is Melvin, Max, and Buff's heads. They were flipped, and on this side, they were there as well. So as you were standing at the bar, they were talking to you too. Who sponsored it? Nope. It had not one, but 2 sponsors. Yeah, pretty much. It had 2 sponsors. Frito-Lay, so you can go buy chips, and Pepsi. Because at one point you could buy Pepsi and Coke in Magic Kingdom.
What a dream.
And then Coke's like Ixnay and Epsi Pay. So.
Could you imagine if they would throw the Fritos in with the nachos?
Oh.
That would be delicious.
That sounds like a cozy cone to me when you got.
Yeah, I love cozy cones.
I'm thinking about lunch already, just so you know.
You say hi to the bears?
Those bears? Yes. I wasn't sure where you were going with that. So again, if you look at the dates on the buildings, you'll actually see that the dates go up and then they go back down again. Hi. Push us to the other side. By the way, thank you for being here. And if you want to, and you can, share it out. Invite some other people to watch too.
Stop by with the activity by law, stop by and
So when Magic Kingdom first opened, 49 years ago today, none of this was here, right? There was absolutely nothing here. There was just plain green area. And way off in the back, there were 3 totem poles, which are actually still there. It was original 1971 totem poles. Why was this area supposed to be part of phase 2? Why was that area empty at the beginning, and what was supposed to go here? What was it? Nope. Nope. Oh, come on.
We're not good at this, Lou.
You guys, wait a minute, let me just take my mask off. You know I'm from WW Radio, right? Has anybody listened to any episodes ever? So this was going to be Thunder Mesa and the Western River Expedition. So basically, this was a Mark Davis and a number of the other sort of old Imagineers. This was their original plan before Walt Disney World opened, and the idea was basically from where Splash Mountain sits now, all the way down to Big Thunder Mountain was going to be this giant mesa, and inside was going to be an attraction called the Western River Expedition, which was sort of like a Pirates of the Caribbean of the Old West, taking you inside and outside the attraction. But they actually talked about having like real donkeys and mules here, like possibly a restaurant. And because people were so upset when they came to Walt Disney World that there was no Pirates of the Caribbean, they're like, ixnay on the Thunder Mesa, you need to build us a Pirates of the Caribbean in 6 months. And that's why Pirates of the Caribbean was opened in '73. And they just abandoned the entire Thunder Mesa concept.
Just back there and seeing that
Let's go see the totems.
Wait, you want to go see the totems?
Yeah. So we can celebrate with them because they were here on this day.
Now watch, they're not here, and I'm going to be completely embarrassed. Well, you know, things change pretty quickly here at Walt Disney World, so.
This is very true.
This is why we're friends with you. Every time you tell us a story, it's new all over again.
That's because I'm making them up on the fly, Beatrice. Don't repeat these to anybody because they're completely not true.
I do like this area. I grew up on Little House on the Prairie.
Oh my God, Laura Ingalls? I'm not saying I ever watched it. I'm just, you know. Oh, thank God the totems are still there.
They are, yes, I told you. They were just here last week.
Oh, there they are. Oh my goodness. He knows what he's talking about.
I know. I don't think I've ever noticed these.
Really?
Well, because nobody ever comes back here
I was just
unless you come back to smoke.
No. I am so glad that's gone.
Yeah.
Sorry. For anybody that still does.
How wonderful is this?
I think that's probably why I've never been back there.
Wow. I'm going to remember that story if I can.
I know.
If I can.
Tell him my brain to be strong today. No, that one will stick. Now that the cast members are over on Tom Sawyer Island, I've been on Big Thunder and they'll wave at you. They're so cute.
So they're just making sure guests keep their masks on while they're there?
Yeah. I was trying to get that, but they were occupied.
So did you ever notice the totem poles before? When you were riding either Big Thunder or the Liberty Square Riverboat? animations going to look. Hurry up, Jack. Look, there's the fire chief again.
You're going to look.
How are we doing on time?
It is
11:30.
Okay.
And he's in the town square.
Okay.
Yes, he's right.
Hey man, how are you?
How are you?
Good. Good. How you doing? How are you? Having fun? I know, you can't tell with the mask, right? So. Where are you guys from?
Massachusetts, Boston area.
Nice. Thank you for bringing down some of the cool weather with you.
Yeah, we tried.
And the Yankee shirt. Thank you for bringing that down too, yeah.
You're from Jersey, right?
I am.
Yeah, so probably Yankee fan.
Yeah.
I won't say what team I represent.
We have a divided household.
That's all right. It makes for interesting dinner time conversation, I'm sure.
Enjoy your day.
Good. It was nice seeing you guys. Nice meeting you. Take care, guys. Bye. Now, I want to see if there's one other silly little detail.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Big fans of the podcast.
Thank you. So it's not here anymore. Okay, so I'm going to show you. You have to use, so just go with me and use your imagination. So at one point, before this was actually Golden Oak, right here, so you see where the fence is broken? There actually used to be like a broken down wagon that was here. It was all sort of crushed and just up in the bushes a little bit and on the ground. And the reason why was, this was, again, it was sort of pre-Golden Oak outpost. Do you know why?
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to make up something good, though.
No, but I like that they left the wagon wheel there.
So they left the wagon wheel because, so you know the legend of Big Thunder Mountain? So it was basically a sacred Indian ground that they weren't supposed to dig in. They dig, that's why it's the thunder or whatever. So the idea was that this cart that was up there, that was originally brought from this outpost, which, well, they don't really have it much anymore, but you used to see like pots and pans. So this is where the gold miners would come to buy all their supplies. They would trek their way up the mountain with one of those wagons to try and pan for gold. When the spirits got all angry, whatever, and the lightning and thunder struck, it hit one of the carts. It rolled its way down the hill again and broke when it hit the bottom. And all of the sort of the supplies that the miner had bought were sort of scattered everywhere. Lost over the years, but there you go.
That makes sense. Yeah.
What was this? What was this originally supposed to be? According to story, what was originally here?
I'm not sure.
So, what does that look like in the middle, in the center?
Oh, it was a horse. This is where they made the shoes, the horseshoes.
No. You're close though. There were horses, and there's actually horseshoes. You can see sort of the horse prints, like the hoof prints around. It's actually a grain mill, and so those are grinding wheels in the center. So you see sort of the cogs and the wheels up on top. The horses or the mules would walk around and would grind the grain, and that's what this sort of originally this building was.
Okay. I did grind in that way.
This is why I didn't date very much. How are we doing? What's time?
It is 15 minutes.
Okay. I will say the lines are a little surprising today. So lines for Pirates are 55 minutes.
I think a lot of people are here today, right?
Line for Pirates attraction 55 minutes. Line for Jack Sparrow 0.
He wants to see a pirate, he said. He's wondering where the treasure is.
Check on the rum captain. Someone might be trying to steal your rum. A rogue group of pirates. Yes, Captain. He'll be back later on, guys.
Can I go find the rum with you?
How did I know that's what you were going to ask for?
He is my captain. Aye,
Yeah, this is the queue for Pirates, so. And this is the queue for Jungle Cruise. Wow. So we will not be riding the Jungle Cruise today.
For the health and safety of everyone, face coverings must fully cover your nose and mouth and be worn at all times, except when actively eating or drinking while stationary. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover your mouth.
All right, the last boring, useless question of the day for now. Island Supply has been a number of different stores and whatnot over the years, tropical traders and things like that. This location holds the distinction of being the first attraction in Walt Disney World to ever close what was originally here. And by attraction, it was something that was on the guide map, and it closed a couple of months after the park opened.
That's what I said. Did you get it?
What'd you say?
That arcade that you was like.
Yes. What's the name of it?
I don't remember what it was called, but I know it was like
It was
right away.
It was Colonel Hathey's Safari Club Arcade. And it was right in there. And they had all kinds of like shooting games and yeah, I remember some of those arcade like stand-up games that had like the light that you'd shoot in animals. So there you go. That's what was there. So Shrunken Ned's Junior Jungle Boats was there at the exit of.
I'm listening. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Oh, Lamont, I'm just making stuff up. Don't you listen? So this when Magic Kingdom first opened 49 years ago today, this was an arcade. It was called the Colonel Hathey's Safari Club Arcade, and it holds the distinction of the very first attraction to ever close in Walt Disney World. They shut it just a couple of months after the park opened.
I've been here 35 years working here, and I didn't even...
Wow!
But I've been at Epcot for 35 years. I'm just as new as the Magic Kingdom to the guests walking by here. Oh yeah, thank you for coming here and making the job for me. But anyway.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man, thank you for being here.
We know that lives you well.
Yeah.
It's my new favorite cast member, Lamont. What's your favorite part of Magic Kingdom, Lamont?
Well, you know, Space Mountain.
Nice.
Because that's the thing that everybody wanted to come and see when we first opened back in the summer. And it's still here today.
Yep.
And the castle. Yeah. They keep changing the color of it. I see what color they're going to
I love this color.
Yeah, that's nice.
I do too. I dig it.
But I'm from Epcot. I started in 1985 in Epcot.
Oh, wow, okay.
My first attraction was Space Opera.
Nice.
And then I opened Interventions in 94.
Okay.
And closed it when it closed a couple years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I've seen all the future attractions right Epcot.
And you've seen a lot of interesting stuff come in and out of Interventions over the years.
Start of the internet, virtual reality.
Yep.
I was a Segway teacher.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, yeah.
For 13 years, I taught Segway. Watch me come and go. Email.
Yeah.
Yeah, email is very popular right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the kiosks where you could make reservations using the video phones with the cast member.
We had Time Warner. We had the cable system there.
Yeah.
Showing with a big set-top box that you can order.
Right.
See the come and go.
Yeah, we could do more with our phones than you could have done in all of Interventions. Yep.
And we talked about the chip and the flip. And now we got the candy bar phones. Yeah. And now we're going back to the clamshells.
Right.
Seen it all. I just look good for my age.
It's the magic of it.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps you young.
Awesome.
Good luck, y'all.
Thanks, man. It was really nice meeting you. Thanks for spending some time with us. So, at this stage of the day, I have things that you need to do because I'm going to hand things off a little bit. Everybody's been complaining that they're hungry, so we're probably going to get something to eat. They're never satisfied. But what I'd like you to do is this. Our friend, Jason Knapp from Here with the Magic, is at 12 o'clock and going to go live for his Walt Disney World birthday celebration at herewiththemagic.com/birthday, I believe. So go watch him for a little while, give him a lot of grief and love all at the same time. But don't forget to come back here at 2 p.m. Eastern for a very special guest. I have Ron Schneider, who, from what I understand, is in the building. Ron Schneider is in the building. Ron Schneider is the original Dream Finder from Journey into Imagination. We're going to sit down, spend some time chatting with Ron. He'll answer some of your questions. I might have a couple of surprises for you in store too. And by surprises, you know that they're normally food related. So definitely tune in. Do me a favor. Please, please, please share it out. Invite a friend. Before we go, I want to thank you guys for letting me bore you all morning long in Magic Kingdom. Just go through one by one who you are, where you're from. If you have anything to plug, have at it. Candles.com. .com. Oh, you people with the .coms.
Formerly of New York, now of Florida, and the WDW fan zone.
And we lost somebody lost Carlos along. Carlos did go meet up with Jason, so Carlos is just running around from live stream to live stream. Listen, I am the luckiest man in Magic Kingdom, not just because I'm with the 6 most beautiful, smart, and talented, and clearly trivia mavens here at Walt Disney World, but because I get to spend the morning with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to continue to share this video out when we're done, and come back at 2 o'clock right here at WW Radio Live. Thank you. Love you. See ya.
Tag me on that. I want to see some of that too. No, I'm not. I'm talking like there, but you can do it there or not.